Driving down here off to the studio. Amazing session that I'm looking forward for, that's for sure. We have this body of work that we need to put in place, so battles into blessings, and then of course we got more works in place, more collabs. Alhamdulillah, we're just pushing forward and making the most of this content, and definitely trying to make progress out of this music that we're doing independently. So yep. So this specific record, man, it ended up being the first record on the EP, but the last record that I actually recorded, Pray. So I feel like again, the beat was with me, but I haven't done anything to it, and I knew the concept that I wanted to go with the song. It was important to make it something very meaningful, and I felt like, because on every EP that I put out, like even on my previous records, I always need to have something that's very meaningful. So like this just was the right fit, and it just ended up being something that, like, till this day, I mean, now and again, when people hear just the beat or they hear the sort of sound, they know that they can relate to such such concept like that. It's a very driven record, and it's a song that I feel that would touch a lot of people, and it has touched a lot of people. Yeah, so Highway, actually, that's one of my favorite records on the EP. I had to do the record like 3-4 times, to be honest. Like, I just felt like, in able to deliver a masterpiece, I needed to hear it now and again. I wanted to perfect it to the most, because I knew the record had potential, and I personally felt like it needed some, not another sound, but I needed to like somehow play around with the vocals more. So what I did when we initially recorded the whole song, I came back to the studio and I like changed the whole verse. And one of the reasons why we had a delay on the song, because there was an artist that wanted to jump on the song, but finally he did not make it to the cut, because he just did not submit the verse at the right time. So I felt like, let me just go ahead and do this record on my own. Winning is definitely just a different sound, a different body of work. I felt like this specific record really was me coming or stepping out of my comfort zone, because I normally don't do these sort of vibes or these sort of records and sounds, but Triple B had the beat, and it's been, he's had it for some time, and I felt like, okay, I want to do something with it, but it's just got to be right. So he connected with artists in the States, and I think once that took place, it was just, it was history from there. So I enjoy the record till this day. Like, I can listen to it wherever I am, and definitely an epic record. So Unleash, yo. So that beat actually was sent to me by Nal. Shout out to what's up, Nal. Actually, he's the one that sent me the beat, and when it got to my inbox, I was like, okay, I need to do something with it, because I was really messing with the beat. But I felt like I wanted another artist in the song, and me and Pace have never done something in the past. Like, we always wanted to do something, but it never really materialized. And we had already a song recorded initially, but I felt like him being on the song, because he was also passionate about, like, as soon as he heard the beat. So I felt like it would just really add value, because it was just meant to happen, and it needed to happen right. So I felt like I needed to step up, because I'm going against someone that's very lyrical. So again, it kind of like got me to step up and kind of like step out of this whole sort of comfort zone and push the buttons forward. So it turned out to be a great record. Faith, man, I did the song like 2 years and a half ago. So my boy sent me the beat, Demoda Trey. Shout out to Demoda Trey. He sent me the beat, and I heard it, and I felt like I wanted to do something with it. I think what's interesting is that every record on this EP, I challenged myself. So we had to, again, go back and change some of the sound because I felt like it needed some change, like on some sort of key here and there. But then when I got to record the record and I sent it to him, he was like, okay, this is it. And we started working remotely. Like, you know, he would like give me ideas, and I would send, like, I did like 3 hooks to the song Faith until we came with the final hook. And you know, that's the record that actually, like, I'll say that it took some time till it actually came out, but you know, finally it's just one of the, you know, a great record overall.